Hello everybody, and welcome back to TEC Check. I'm Gigi Padilla, and I'll be your host for our September episode. It's been a long break, but now it's back to alarm clocks and bus rides. In this month's episode, we are going to get you ready for the new school year and see what everybody did during the summer. We're also going to look at the hottest movies that came out. So first things first, what are some things you should have ready for this school year? This is an important question for all students, and to help with your answers, we've made this short video.
I'm so not ready for school next year.
Dude, I'm not ready either. I'm just so wanting to just skateboard some more. What do you got in your backpack this year?
I have some folders, some paper, and some pencils.
So what's up? Let's see what I got in my backpack this year. Alright, I got my lunch ready. I got some papers, my keys for my car. And then, whoa, man, check this out.
Whoa, what is that?
What the heck is that?
OGG with an old school flow. Making sure you're ready when you walk out the door. You can't go slow, you have to go fast. Hit the gas if you late for class. Now make sure you got your pad of paper. Now all it needs is a neighbor. How about my friend Mr. Calculator? Swag's going up like an elevator. Now your backpack has potential. All it needs is writing utensils, markers, pens, and your pencil. This is just the basics, the fundamental. Now listen to my words and you'll be hypnotized. Don't forget the hand sanitize. Class putting you to sleep like you've been tranquilized. Rhyme so ill, I should be criminalized. I'm OG Genie and I'm lyrically gifted. With my words, your knowledge is lifted. Just don't get my message twisted. I ain't here to grant you no 3 wishes.
Hey dude, let's go get some school supplies.
Alright, man, you just, dude, wait for me.
Not only is September back to school month, but on September the 6th, it's Fight Procrastination Day. We'll do something on that a little later. But another holiday this month is Grandparents' Day. So Devin Potter took to the comments asking people what they love most about their grandparents.
Hi, I'm Devin Potter, and I am with Harrison Hall. And Harrison, what do you love most about your grandparents?
Well, what I love most, Devin, is how caring they are. Anything I want, they are willing to do. Help me financially, moral support, anything. When I was in the hospital, they came up and sat with me while I was going through my operation. It really helped me get through that.
I love that whenever I come to my grandma's house, she always has jelly beans.
She's really goofy. She just knows how to have a good time.
I'd have to say that my grandparent would let me come over any time of the day I wanted, even if it was at 10 o'clock at night. She'd let me walk over.
That's awesome.
Well, the food that my grandma cooks, I mean, every Thanksgiving, Christmas, is always the best food. Fills me up every time.
Grandparents make the best food. What's your favorite memory of your grandparents?
Well, my favorite memory of my grandparents is going up there and playing cards. Poker, euchre, just things like that. Good times with them.
With my grandpa, we used to do a secret handshake for all the males in the family, so.
You know those things you blow into on New Year's Eve, they make those sounds, whatever? She thought they were called Hooters, and so she says, I'm gonna buy you all the Hooters you guys want.
That sounds fantastic.
Going up north and camping on Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
And our last question, what's one lesson your grandparents have taught you?
Well, what my grandparents taught me is you need to live life to the fullest. You need to spend every day doing things you love to do.
Well, my grandpa has shown me how to use guns well, so he was always a good help too.
He taught me to always be nice to others.
Feed the fish.
Feed the fish?
Feed the fish. We had a bunch of fish, and I'd always forget to feed them. And have to clean the tank.
Yep.
That's pretty important.
They always taught me to save my money, stretch everything out, take care of my things, because if you take care of your stuff, then it lasts a lot longer.
Wasn't that sweet? One thing I think of when it's time to go back to school is a new wardrobe and a new look. Speaking of a new look, Here at Tech, we have an awesome cosmetology program that can make anyone look amazing. I got to ask them some style questions and see their skills firsthand when they gave Alana and I a makeover. We're here in cosmetology with
Demore Davis.
and we're going to ask Demore a question. So, who do you think is the most fashionable celebrity right now?
To me, I feel Willow Smith because she has her own style and she's very unique with it, and she puts it like in her own way. It might be crazy, but she doesn't care.
Do you get any tips from Willow in your own wardrobe?
A little bit. Like, she likes to mix and match colors and make it crazy, so I kind of like that thing.
So Stone, how long does it take you to get up in the morning and make this magical thing happen?
Oh, I'm magical now. About 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite thing to do in the morning?
Not get up, sleep. Well, if it comes to getting ready, it'd probably be my hair.
Okay, thank you, Stone. I'm in cosmetology today with
Mackenzie Rambowski.
Brianna Horton.
and we're going to ask them a couple questions. So you guys, what's more fun to do in cosmetology, a manicure or a haircut?
A manicure, because you get to add your own style to it.
I'd also agree a manicure too, because you get to add your own flavor in it.
Do you guys have any go-to colors for a manicure?
I like bright colors or like nude colors.
I'd say all. I'm not too picky on colors. It's what the clientele wants.
Okay. And I heard you guys were going to give us a makeover today. Is that true?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So me and Alana are going to have a little makeover today, and we're really excited. That was so much fun, almost as fun as the summers we all had. People do a lot of different things in the summer, so we went to the comments to see how everybody's summer was.
So what did you do during summer?
I basically just hung out with friends and just travel a lot, basically.
Ooh, where'd you travel to?
I went up to Charlevoix, up in the northern part of Michigan, and we did some fun stuff there. We did some fishing and stuff like that.
What's your name?
My name is Mr. Underwood,
And,
air instructor.
and what'd you do during the summer?
Fished, camped, all kinds of good stuff. Came in here and worked on a curriculum.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that was about it. Nothing spectacular. I worked on the honey-do list. You know what that is?
Nope.
Honey-do list is the stuff that the list your wife gives you to do.
Oh,
That's the honey-do list.
that's fun. So what's your name?
Haley,
And what'd you do during the summer?
I worked every single day.
Made some money?
I made a lot of money, actually, yeah.
It's great. So what's your name?
My name is Mr. Holsworth. I'm the welding instructor.
And what'd you do during this summer?
I did a lot of fly fishing. I did some work on my house. I worked on other people's houses also, so I was available. So I was a friend to them, and then they helped me. So I did a lot of time helping and getting help, and I did a lot of fishing up in the Asabo River, fly fishing.
Sweet. So what's your name?
Dominic Trevino.
And what'd you do during the summer?
I went to Australia, New Zealand, and Hawaii.
Wow, it's a lot. Do you do that the whole summer?
No, I went there for altogether 12 days.
So what's your name?
Devin.
What's your last name?
Potter.
And what'd you do during the summer?
I went to nationals for digital media technology in Kansas City.
Skills USA?
Yep.
Awesome. So what's your name?
Savannah,
And what'd you do during the summer?
cheerleading and slept all summer.
Sounds great.
It was great.
summer, not only was this summer full of cool movie premieres, but there was some impressive new games that came out. With more info on that, we go to Caitlin with Media Time.
Hello, I'm Caitlin Bauer. I'm your host for Media Time this year, and right now we'll be talking about some of the movies that came out through the summer. First, to start us off, we have How to Train Your Dragon 2. I gotta say, this movie is really, really good. I had to see it twice. It takes place about 5 years after the first movie, and Hiccup's about 20 now. And the main plot of the movie is to stop the bad guy, Draco, from reaching Berk and pretty much causing a war. And even though I saw it twice, it still kind of made me cry because halfway through the movie, a tragedy happens. But I'm not going to spoil that for anybody who hasn't seen it. And How to Train Your Dragon 2 will be out on DVD around November 11th, surprisingly. Next on our list is Transformers, our favorite robots in disguise. It takes place about 3 years after the first movie and gives no recognition to previous characters, such as Sam or his parents. They're, gone. But we do see some of our favorite Autobots, such as Bumblebee and Optimus. The Autobots in this movie, at the very beginning, they are being hunted down.
Who sent you? You think you were born? You were built, and they want you back. The age of the Transformers is over.
If you'd think it would be them stopping from us killing Autobots, you're wrong. It's about stopping a bomb from becoming the entire planet to a metal ball. That's our plot. And that's basically it, but the Dinobots were shown in this movie, which everyone was hyped for, but if you go back to the original Transformers, we don't hear Grimlock say, "I am Grimlock, leader of Dinobots." We don't get to hear that. The Dinobots actually don't talk at all, but they are giant and they are awesome, such as the special effects in this movie. There's a lot of them, and compared to the other ones, this movie was about 3 hours long, and the first three, I think, were only an hour and a half, so you might be sitting for a while. And this movie is actually going to be released this month on DVD, September 30th on Blu-ray and DVD. And that's it for our summer reviews, but let's chat about video games, because, gamers, we love to go out and play video games in summer. Near the end of May, even though this game didn't come out in summer, it was still really good, and a lot of you probably went out and got it to play in summer, was Watch Dogs. It came out on PlayStation 3, 4, 360, and Xbox One. And I really, really liked the game. It was pretty enjoyable. It had more of a Grand Theft Auto style with Assassin's Creed controls. And if you know anything about Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, you'll find a good sum of Easter eggs in the game. The graphics for Watch Dogs were really good, even though people say that for certain systems, they downgraded them, but I didn't care. It was great. The control style was easy. Let's see. Digital trips, let's touch on that. There is a mini game in Watch Dogs. There's 4. That's 3. 4. And there's one called Psychedelic, which I'm not sure which inspired this, but you play as Aiden, the main character, and you jump off flowers. Just fly through the air and jump off flowers. I'm not sure what inspired that mini game. Really say much for the main plot. A lot of people play games like this for the story or for extra things you can do. I liked the story. The story was very enjoyable. It was very sad. There is a lot of death and a lot of unexpected twists, but I won't get into that. And I would consider getting this game now if you haven't yet. And just as a heads up, it did win over 90 E3 awards before it came out. And another game I want to touch on that comes out September 9th, it should probably be out now almost, is Destiny. It comes out for PlayStation 3, 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. I was really excited for this game. It was made by Bungie, the creators of Halo. I was looking forward to it, all happy. And then I found out you need internet to play it. So don't mess up with this game. You have to have an internet connection because it is a mainly MMO, even if you can buy the disc. And you have to play with people online to get through the story, which is totally messed up on my standards. Because if you're going to make a disc for a game, you make it to where you can play it whenever you want. But another thing with Destiny, if you're interested in how Bungie does their little Easter eggs in other games, showing what game they're going to make next, Destiny's first Easter egg ever was in Halo 3 ODST. There's a picture in there that says Destiny awaits, and it basically shows the cover of what Destiny is. Destiny is an action role-playing game, first-person shooter. And it can, like I said, be downloaded or disc, but you need internet. And you can choose between 3 races to play the game with, to whatever race or stat fits you the best, whichever you prefer to have. And another thing, one interesting fact, is Destiny, it took about 500 million, which makes it the most expensive video game ever produced. And that's all the time we have for. Hope you had a fantastic summer and loved these reviews.
Here at Tech, we have some wonderful programs that students can be a part of. NTHS is one of them. NTHS stands for National Technical Honor Society. We have Brad interviewing Mr. Robinson for some more information on NTHS.
All right, so today we have Mr. Robinson with us, and I have a few questions for you. What is NTHS, and what does the group do?
NTHS is an organization, it's the National Technical Honor Society. It's an organization that grew out of the original National Honor Society that most people are familiar with from their home high schools. It was established in 1984. It's grown leaps and bounds since then. It's over 3,200 schools and universities that recognize NTHS now. And it's really an organization that's designed to put spotlight on outstanding students and their achievements when they're in career and technical fields. Okay, it's something that's really designed for that.
All right, and then what are the requirements to be inside of NTHS?
Different schools put different requirements together. For us here at St. Clair TEC, the requirements to get into NTHS is you have to have at least a 3.5 GPA here in your tech classes. You also have to have attendance that is within 94%, and you also have to have a clean record when it comes to discipline. Right. Once you have those, you are actually invited to apply to become a member, and then once we get everything processed, they have to have recommendations from teachers, and then the final step is they pay a $25 fee, and then those folks that are accepted are then in the society.
All right, well, it sounds like it's a big process, but really worth it.
Absolutely. It's a pretty easy application. Once we know that a student is eligible through those requirements, it's really simply just a matter of filling out a few lines about your address and your email. They do most of their corresponding through email, not only here with us, but also when they continue on to college, it follows them through that. So it's actually a pretty easy process once it gets rolling. And there's a ton of benefits to being in the program, really. It's more than just a little shining star. We do a lot of community service acts, as you have seen in the past that we've done here. So there's community service. It's all about achievement. It's all about recognizing, and of course, the scholarships that are offered through NTHS also.
All right, well, thanks, Mr. Robinson. I appreciate the information
no
from you.
Excellent.
Another program at Tech is Trendsetters. Trendsetters is working to break barriers in the workforce and inspire people to step out of the traditional works and to other areas they love. With more on what Trendsetters is and what the program has in store for this year, we go to Alana.
Hi, I'm Alana Sawicki, and I'm here with
Stone Whalen.
And he will be the president for this year's Trendsetters Club. And I'm just going to ask you a few questions. So, what program are you in?
Cosmetology.
Great. What is something unique that you bring to Trendsetters?
I think the fact that since everybody in the Trendsetters program is something different, whether it be a girl in auto tech or me being a boy in cos, not only are we all different, but also the fact that in our Trendsetters group, I am still the only boy.
All right, that's great. What do you plan on improving for next year?
Awareness. That's my biggest thing. I feel that almost nobody in our entire building knows what Trendsetters really is about. They may have heard of it, but if I said, give me 5 sentences about what we're about, like 20% could probably do it, and most of which would be us. So I think that would be the best thing that we can do is awareness and making everybody know how each side feels.
Awesome, thanks for interviewing. Hi, I'm here with Miss Simon, and I just want to ask you a couple questions about Trendsetters. So would you explain to us what exactly Trendsetters is?
Well, Trendsetters is a group that started 2 years ago, and it is really representing those students who are pursuing careers in areas that are not traditionally occupied by their gender.
What does Trendsetters mean to you personally?
What Trendsetters means to me personally, first of all, the group has really grown and has really kind of become a part of its own. Students in the organization have been great. They really understand that ideally when all of this is over, the group would no longer exist because it really is about gender equity and really people following their passion and don't think about what career is for this gender or this, you have to be male or a female to do a certain job. Just basically follow your dream, and if you enjoy doing something, just go for it.
Great, thank you for interviewing.
That's all we have for today. I hope you all had a good time, and I hope to see you again for next month's episode. Bye.